Now, the theme for the CSU women's basketball this year, the women's basketball team this year, is exceeding expectations. They were picked fifth in the Big South Conference, but gunning for a Big South Conference tournament title. When you speak to them later today, talk about what you're going to tell them and the ways that they can exceed expectations and contend for a conference title.
I think the biggest thing is belief. You know, you got to actually believe in what you're doing and what you can accomplish together as a team. And, you know, I know one of the things in one of the other interviews is just talking about defense. I love to play defense, and defense and rebounding are what win games and win championships. And so the biggest thing I'm going to talk about is just, you know, not only that belief factor that you have amongst each other as a team, but when you're out there on the court, when you play great defense, offense comes a lot easier rather than when you play great offense, one game you're up, one game you're down, up, down, you know, and your defense just stayed down, it makes it a lot harder. And, you know, you have all these expectations, people that, you know, assume that you can win this and you can do this and you can do that, but without putting everything together, without believing, without playing defense, without rebounding, and obviously you need points to win games, so without scoring points, it's going to be very hard to exceed the expectation.
Now, I'm always excited anytime I get to talk to someone who's played for one of the legendary coaches in any sport, and of course you played your college ball at Tennessee under Pat Summitt. She got her 1,000th career victory last season, without a doubt one of the real giants of the sport on the men's or the women's side. Talk about the things that you learned from Coach Summitt and what makes her the most successful coach in the game today.
Who, Pat? You know, when I think of Pat, definitely from the inside looking out. Most people are from the outside looking in, and just what you see. I think the biggest thing that I learned from her was just how to be a great woman. You know, a great woman on the basketball court, a great woman in the community, a great woman, you know, in the classroom, a great woman with my faith, just an overall great woman. And, you know, I think basketball is what brings us to Tennessee. Basketball is what brought me there, wanting to play for her, wanting to play with the best players, against the best players. You know, I knew going there I would do that. And she kind of, everybody's like, oh, you know, I know it was so hard. I mean, just look at her, and I mean, she's just so passionate. Her glare that she gives, I mean, it's kind of intimidating. My thing to that is when you go to any of the top colleges and you play for any of the top coaches, you know what the expectations are. You know you're not going to go in. It's not going to be a cakewalk. You're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to go over and beyond the call of duty. And definitely for me going to Tennessee, it's like another level of my work ethic. Because when I came in, offense was my thing. I didn't really focus on defense. It was all about offense. It wasn't until I got to Tennessee and really realized the importance of defense and what playing great defense as individually to help, you know, could help the team overall. That was when it's kind of like, okay, you know what, this is kind of fun. Like, you know, you can help your team win by being a great defensive player just as well as being a great offensive player. And, you know, just being a totally all-around player. And for me, that was kind of like, that's what I want to be. I don't want to be known as just a great scorer. I want to be known as a great all-around player. And, you know, I think in working with Pat and having her work with me, you know, it's just that. And then also the relationship.
Sure.
You know, she really, really values relationships on and off the court and, you know, making sure that we did a lot of stuff as a team. And then even individually, her always an open door policy. If you need something, you got something on your mind, you can always come and talk to me. And even to this day, if I'm struggling, if I got something on my mind, or if I got a question, I can pick up the phone and say, hey, Pat, you know, and let her know and get her feedback. And I think that even when you look at your college years to after, I mean, I graduated 2001, here we are 2009, and to still have that relationship with someone like that, you know, it means a lot.
And of course, you're a two-time Olympian as well, back-to-back gold medals in Athens and Beijing, and you plan on playing for the Olympic team again in 2012. You know, there's it's a great honor to represent Tennessee, I'm sure, and a great honor to represent the Indiana Fever, but there are very few athletes in any sport who get to represent the United States of America. Talk about that thrill and bringing those two gold medals back to the States in 04 and 08.
It's awesome, you know, anytime you can represent your country and, you know, just everything. I mean, sport is a tool that is used to bring all nations together. And with basketball, with the Olympics period, that is like more than anything political, because you get there and no matter if you like sports or don't like sports, everybody's tuned in to what goes on in the Olympics, you know. And so I think for us being able to go over there and represent America, I mean, all the people that are there, they look at all the Americans as a representation for this whole country.
Sure.
So if we act crazy, then they think all the Americans act crazy. If we act cordial, they think all the Americans act cordial, you know. And I think for me, it's kind of like a big honor that you put on your shoulders, because it's like, you know what I do and who I am and how I perform on the court and off the court is what all these people here think all of us back at home are like. And so, you know, it is. I mean, when you win the gold and you're sitting there on that stage, you're standing there and, you know, you see the American flag going up there and the national anthem being played, you realize how much of an honor it is to be able to have this opportunity, how much of an honor it is to win a gold medal, because most people will never have that opportunity, let alone have an opportunity to have not one gold medal but two. So, you know, it's definitely a blessing.
Well, Tamika, it's been an honor to have you on the Charleston Southern campus today, and we certainly appreciate you stopping by and joining us on the Buccaneer Update.
Thanks for having me.
All right, that's Tamika Catchings of the WNBA's Indiana Fever, and as always, a big thanks to her for joining us on the Buccaneer Update. For Tamika, I'm Rob Walden. We'll see you next time here on CSUSports.com.